In this day of age, philosophy and its pursuit has become a sort of niche at best. It can be argued that a loudest opinion on the reality of living nowadays can be a minor one, but their argument still holds some sense. I believe this opinion is held by frequent social media users and content producers, which create works that delve into said views. I have recently delved into the self-improvement sphere and their views of life, seem greatly materialistic in nature. This is understandable since our most basic needs are material in nature. Pricing of space and goods has increased dramatically since the Industrial Revolution and especially in the 2010s and plus. The aura of life seems to be that we can no longer afford the basic needs of survival without great worries and focus. In my experience, my cohort seems to hold similar views. I especially worry if my efforts in the education system will prove fruitful in the future, which, by the way, at least in Eastern Europe, is badly outdated, the education system. That is, if its purpose is to provide applicable and rich knowledge to the growing number of students. This can lead to a worry about our future and survival, and in a sense, which is a pure instinctual feeling that can hold great power over the mind. There is an argument though that these views are heavily influenced by the internet, but it must be said that it is not an excuse for the world's economic and social course. In my country, to be able to live comfortably, one is to make 1,800 euros before tax, around that number. This ensures, at least for the now, that all living necessities are covered and one has a few extra 100 euros going towards savings each month. It must be noted though that this is a feasible plan for one person living alone. Start a family or a relationship in which one covers both one's own and their partner's needs and wants. I suspect greatly that 1,800 euros will not be enough. Let me give you a hypothesis by which a peaceful living could be achieved by a large majority. One must strive towards achieving said number to cover his life needs comfortably, and whilst doing so, one must gain enough freedom to enjoy life, meditate, read, socialize and cultivate his hobbies and businesses. In this stage, one can comfortably live with a partner if the needs of both are covered by both. Then if one side of the side businesses has been cultivating, begins to show a profitable future, one can strive towards growing that and then leaving the so-called 9-to-5 job behind. I do not know how or if our education in the modern system can help achieve this, but it can help to view being in the education system as the 9-to-5 stage, as previously mentioned. As one studies diligently, one must study himself and the world as well. To achieve a healthy living, one must start with living himself as a healthy person. And in order to achieve healthy and mentally fruitful material living, to help achieve this comfort, a mindset of stoicism has been on the rise in the self-improvement sphere. But I have my issues with such, and my issue with it lies in the nature of interaction between said philosophy and one's life. Largely, self-improvement seeks to develop one's life due to it being inadequate as it is now, in which stoicism can help greatly by understanding our power of influence and non-power over factors which cause a negative outlook on the life's course. But it causes me great worry, for such devotion stems from a hatred of the present and the possible past, and seeks to eradicate one as it is without making peace with it. This can provide a great source of energy and strife, but prove itself as a weed in your flower pot in the future. Once you have achieved great things, you will not be able to fully appreciate the good if all you seek is the destruction of the bad. I would like to visualize how I see life and its experiences as a whole. Life, the universe and nature can be seen as a river, ever flowing and changing. One can choose to either step away from it and gain freedom and control over the way which the water flows, but lose peace and gain uncertainty and responsibility for the water. The other choice is to be sat in the river and experience life as the river in the river. This way one gains peace of mind, for he is one with life and nature, and has been granted a purpose of being part of something bigger, and has lost his freedom of choosing the way of the water's flow. I do not know which way is the best to strive for. The aforementioned visualization is greatly inspired by Taoism, which I am a fond follower of, and do recommend researching it yourself if peace is what you seek. Although it is my goal of following the path of being one with the river, it must be said that it is sadly not a solidified decision of mine, but one made out of fear and sadness. I do not believe that I have the capabilities and strength to be able to attain enough water to control the desired life of mine and my family. It can be said that I envy those who are able to do so and truly provide for their families. I do not know if they are content with their life, and perhaps a view on it can still be one of less control and yet not lose it altogether. But I do not see myself in such a fortunate position in the future. So I have found my believed path to peace. The world and its troubles truly are bleak, and we find ourselves not able to truly escape it. But there is still hope. In my understanding, the Taoist way does not preach fully letting go of control or chaining all that can be chained, but instead it invites us to appreciate who we are and others truly are, a part of nature. I believe one should not let go of control or seek it, but using a Stoic analysis and the Taoist kindness, fully strive towards a career in which one can provide oneself and others with the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and ultimately be content with action and peace by our side. One is invited to try this system of judgment and action in their daily lives, whether it be in the education system or the job economy. One must achieve clarity of mind and the world before making decisions and taking action. Thank you for watching/listening.